Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about Webull. In this video I'm going to share with you why I chose Webull, some of the inspiration that I have, some of the ways that I track my dividend portfolio. I'm going to share with you the 11 paydays that I got this last month, and I'm also going to share with you the 16 stocks that I got for free last month because of the referral program. My name is Paris Clough and this is Financial Self-Reliance. On this channel we talk about the mindsets and the skill sets of the wealthy so that you can learn how to manage, protect, and grow your assets. If that sounds like the kind of community you'd like to be a part of, go ahead and click like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos that I produce. The first thing I want to share is why I chose Webull over the other apps that are out there. One of the reasons why I chose Webull is because I wanted to get into day trading and I wanted to learn how to do some real stock market investing. I feel like Webull was just easy enough for me to get started, but yet had enough of the resources and it was robust enough to be able to allow me to grow within that app into more advanced styles of investing. So I decided to start with dividend investing. And I chose the Webull app because of all the benefits that it has and all the different bells and whistles. One of those bells and whistles was my screen behind me. You can see that that's the desktop version of Webull. I appreciate that there's a phone version of Webull for easy access and be able to do things and buy stocks on the go. But I really love the desktop because I can do better research with a bigger screen and have more opportunity to really study out what I'm trying to buy. The other thing that really attracted me to Webull was that it was free. Free is my favorite four-letter F word, so I was all for that. So let's look at the Webull website here. If you look at the Webull website, you can see that you have all kinds of trading privileges. You can trade stocks, options, ETFs, cryptos, and you can open an IRA or an individual brokerage account. I opted to open an individual brokerage account because that's what I wanted to open and get things going. I'm going to be buying and selling individual stocks and eventually grow into the ability to buy options, ETFs, and funds. I'm going to be doing it on the M1 Finance app. So you'll see that as I have a video on the M1 Finance app. Fund investing and fractional shares are not available on Webull right now. So all of the things I'm going to do with regard to that, I'm going to be doing on the M1 Finance app in another video. In my effort to learn how to do the stock market, of course, I went and looked all throughout YouTube and found channels that could teach me and share with me and inspire me to invest in dividends. And I found, of course, as many of you know who watch this, Andre Jake. I found another gentleman named Bruce Wang and another gentleman named Joseph Hogue who runs a channel called Let's Talk Money. Currently, I have a goal to build a portfolio that pays me $1,000 a month in dividends. Hit the like button if you'd like to have $1,000 a month coming in every month from your dividend portfolio. Once I hit $25,000 in my portfolio, I'll be able to start learning how to do day trading and swing trading, and I'll probably also get into the options trading and learn how to do that. I'll share more about that when I get to that point on these videos, so stay tuned for what's coming. One of the key things about investing in dividends and investing in the stock market is keeping track of your portfolio. So I was inspired by Andre Jake and a few others who have amazing spreadsheets to track their dividend portfolios, dividend income, and track all the stocks that they have. I took inspiration from Andre Jake's spreadsheet, but I also took a little bit of what Adam Venture has. I also took from the Investing Sensei. Both of these guys have channels on YouTube, so check them out. These three guys have given me the most inspiration for my spreadsheets. My brother and I developed a spreadsheet that really works for us. We tailor-made it. We kind of took the best of all the things that we thought that we saw on their spreadsheets, and we put them into one spreadsheet that works for us that I'd like to share with you right now. So this is the spreadsheet that I have for my Webull account. You can see that at the top here it lists all the companies that I have, all of their ticker symbols. I also have the total shares that I own, and the price that I paid for it when I bought them, and then the current price that they are in the market. As you can see right now, there's a lot of red. Unfortunately, that's the way the market's going. A lot of fluctuation in the market right now, and so I'm hoping that that red turns green soon. It also shows here that the total dividends or the percentage of dividends that are paying out are on this column here, and so that means that my portfolio right now is averaging about 5.53% just in dividend yield, which is making up for some of the losses that I'm having in the value of the stock. I also want to share with you that I keep track of some charts and some graphs over here that help me see what my portfolio is doing. So you can see that I want to have in a dividend portfolio, you want to have good diversity. You want to have different stocks across different sectors. And so as you can see, I have information technology, healthcare, financials, communication. Here are the different sectors here, the market value of my portfolio in those sectors, and then the total annual income and dividends that's coming from those portfolios. You want to try to keep less than 25% of your portfolio in any one sector and 10% of your portfolio in any one stock. you start to have more value of stock in one area, you might want to make sure that you're purchasing stocks in other areas to make sure that you have that proper diversity and you're not overweighted in one area or not. As you can see over here in 2019, when I started my Webull account, 2019 September, I got $2.17 of dividends that month, and then it's continued to grow until right now. This is the biggest month I've had at $18.80, and I'll show you that on my Webull app a little bit later. So as you can see down here, I have a few other charts down here that I can show to help me keep track of how much of my portfolio is in any one position. And as you can see, I have 21% of my portfolio in Big C, which is probably too much, and so I need to start working on bringing up my portfolio in other areas so I'm not overweighted there. When I hear about a stock or a ticker symbol, I want to make sure I do a little bit of research first, learning how to do research more and more as I go along, and I'll share with you as I learn what things I learn about. But the first thing I want to share with you is here at dividend.com. This is one of the resources that I use quite frequently. Now, what I recommend anybody who's getting started in dividend investing is they first choose a company that they're already buying products from. So, for example, I have my cell phone with Verizon. So let's take a look and see what Verizon. If you click on the search key here, it'll take you, and the ticker symbol for Verizon is VZ. And so I'll hit enter, and that shows me that the price of Verizon right now is $60.23. It shares with me down here that the yield is 4.11%. It's been increasing its dividends every year for 13 consecutive years, and it pays its dividend on a quarterly basis. I trust Verizon with my cell phone service. I believe that they'll be in business for a long time. They're a company that I support because they're my cell phone provider. And so when I come here and I see that they're actually producing a 4% yield on their investment for the dividends, and they've been increasing their dividends for 13 years, it gives me a lot of strength to be able to say this is a good, strong investment, and I can take some money and put it into this without a ton of fear of loss. I don't recommend that you buy Verizon. I recommend you do research. I'm just sharing this with you as an example so that you can see what I do to research a stock. I'm not a financial advisor for you, and I'm not a stock advisor, so it's important for you to do your own research and make sure that you're buying the stocks that are important to you. But again, as a way of advice, one of the things that I love to do is help people when they're first starting is to let them know, buy stocks of companies you already know, you're already familiar with, and you already maybe buy products for. So quite honestly, with a little bit of research, you can be on your way to wealth with the stock market. And it's not that difficult, it's not that hard. There's plenty of resources online. There's plenty of resources that you can utilize. There's great YouTube channels like the ones I mentioned earlier, and then even my channel. I'm gonna continually update once a month. I'm gonna talk about my portfolio and what it's doing and why I'm doing the things that I'm doing with it. You can follow along my journey and we can see what we can do together. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and look at my portfolio right now. So I'm opening up my portfolio on my Webull app on my phone. And it shows here that I have my account balance here, and I've got all of my holdings are here. So you can see on my portfolio that I have them listed here alphabetically. I have 24 positions, meaning I own shares of stock in 24 different companies. So you can see there's some good diversity there. So you can see that I'm trying to stay diversified, try to practice what I preach. One of the things that I really wanted to show you was the dividend earnings that I got. So let's take a look at that. So on this page, we see all the dividends that I've been paid since I've opened this account. And let's just take a look and see what's happening just in the month of December. So those are the payments that I received in the month of December. You can see that it's about 11 different times I was paid last month. I got paid $18.80, as I shared with you earlier on the spreadsheet when I showed you earlier. That was $18.80. And this is the biggest month that I've had so far. Of course, that has to do with the fact that I've invested more money. And every time I invest more money, I buy more shares, and the more I buy, the more I give dividends I get. So over time, I'm going to be building my portfolio to the point where it's going to bring me to that $1,000 goal. So if you're inspired to open up your own Webull account after watching this video, click the link below where I'll have a link to the referral program where you can actually get free stocks for opening an account and funding it with $100. When you get your free stocks, come back and tell me which ones you got. And in that same vein, I'd like to share with you now the 16 stocks that I got for free last month for referring people to Webull. So as you can see, I got 7 stocks for AGI and 9 stocks of Ford. If you take $8.64 times 7 stocks of AGI and $8.82 times 9 stocks of Ford, that equals about $139, $140 that I got for free just for referring people to Webull. I hope you got a lot out of this video and you got inspired to open up your own Webull account and get started on your journey towards investing in the stock market. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.